My name is François Minec. I'm the global head for the polymers 3D printing at HP. And in HP, we develop industrial 3D printers for both metal and polymer applications. So myself, I look at the polymer one. And really, our goal is to develop industrial printers for serial application, really production with high reliability and the best cost per part. So at HP, we take sustainability very seriously. At the corporate level for HP, sustainability is really key, and we are putting a lot of effort in this direction. One example, which is shown here, is we have since 1 year worked with all our material manufacturers, the powder manufacturer, to reduce the carbon footprint of the powders simply by switching the way they make the powders and using renewable energy to make these powders. We could save approximately 50% of carbon footprint, which makes that in 1 year we have saved 4,000 tons of CO2 approximately, which is a great achievement. We not only do this, we also work on improving productivity of the printer so that with the same energy, you can get more parts out of the printer. It's, of course, as an economical benefit, but also a sustainability benefit. One great example of the sustainability and how additive manufacturing is used at its best is the robot made by Ocado, which is displayed at Formnext on the booth. And this robot has been fully designed using design for additive manufacturing. And thanks to the very high strength of the HP printed parts, they could really optimize every part. They could actually redesign the robot itself, get some electrical motors, which are much smaller because you have less weight to move. And then thanks to this, you could also reduce the battery, which is needed to drive this robot. So overall, it's a robot which is half the weight compared to the initial robot, with obviously a huge benefit in terms of material usage, but also energy consumption for running these robots. How we drive sustainability in additive manufacturing at HP is thanks to the optimization that we propose on how to pack more parts in one build job, so that with the same amount of energy, you can actually print more parts, or let's say the same amount of parts with less energy. But also thanks to this, you actually improve what we call the refresh rate. And this means that for 1 kilo of parts printed, you will use less powder compared to the normal way of doing. So it's not only reducing the energy what you need for printing, but it's also reducing the amount of material that you're using for printing. And we do that thanks to nesting strategies, so how to optimize what you will print in one build, but also thanks to new materials, and in particular the material which we introduced, the PA12S, which allows very high packing density, so to print more parts and with almost zero lost powder. So in this case, zero rejects. That's really the latest in terms of sustainability. Collaboration in the industry in general is of paramount importance, because it's not only about printing, it's about the materials, it's about the software. So in general, HP, we are all about collaboration, and even at this fair, you will see we're introducing a lot of industry collaborations. And for sustainability is not different. So I will just take the example of the powders that I mentioned before. We have several powder manufacturers who are our partners, and like both in this case Evonik and Arkema came up last year with this powder with reduced carbon footprint. So it's really about how to cooperate to bring the sustainability in front and to get the industry forward in terms of sustainability. So being part of a group working on sustainability together as an industry is very important for several reasons. One is to exchange on best practices in the industry on sustainability, which is very important. But the other one is also to promote this message outside as an industry, that additive manufacturing not only is there for prototyping, but it's also there for industrial manufacturing. and it has a positive environmental impact. So I think if all the industry talk together and work together, the message will be much well received. So sustainability is not a hype or a short-term trend. It's a long-term trend in the industry. So with all the benefits of 3D printing for sustainability, I'm convinced that the adoption will grow more and more. Not only because, as I was mentioning, additive manufacturing can do lighter weight, but also with the supply chain disruption that we have experienced over the last years, there's more and more willing from all companies to do local manufacturing and also on-demand manufacturing. So overall, I'm very positive that this sustainability trend is not a short term, but it's a long term trend which will stay.
We want to share a huge thank you with AMGTA and its members for taking part in these conversations. You can watch the series at mansus.co.